like to make an entrance, and no one's ever accused me of not being able to speak up loud enough for everyone to hear. So I will stand back a little bit from the mic because Mavis is in the way. So good morning. I am Jody Giger from Joy and Smiles Gifts, and my mission is just that. My goal is to spread joy and smiles to anyone that I possibly can these days. So my story. The green, thank you. All right. All right, so I first hatched this idea 26 years ago when I started singing to my students. I wanted to make sure that my students felt loved and appreciated and special, and so I sing crazy. They would wake up in the morning and be like, yes, Miss Giger's gonna sing to me today. And for 26 years, I have heard that from them as adults running into them, from their kids coming in and having their kids too as students. So I don't know if we'll call it skills, but my skills are, and talents, are singograms. I do treat arrangements, specialty gifts, and I just love doing this. This is awesome. So who hires me? Anybody. Do you want to brighten somebody's day? Do you want to make them smile? Look around you. Everybody's smiling. How do you not smile when you see some craziness here? So I have a great story. Back in early summer, I got a text message from one of my followers' daughters. And she says, Mom's having a birthday coming up. She's kind of not been herself lately. Can you do a singogram for her? I'm like, sure, I can. So I showed up at Mays in Bloomsburg, in Mavis, and she started screaming. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's having a heart attack. Because like, that's really what was, I'm like, she's like, are you here for me? Are you here for me? And I'm like, yes, Terry, I'm here for you. Calm down, calm down. She goes, let me get my phone. I got to video this. I'm like, we've got this covered. Like, let me just sing to you. We'll stay, we'll do pictures. So I sang, and she just, this light of the world relit. And I stayed, I did pictures with her grandkids and her whole family. I mean, like, hugged me. Her daughter, throughout the month, messaged me and just said what a change in her attitude, just my presence and the joy that I could bring. And like I said, multiple messages throughout a month to give me a heads up on nice job. And so that's the kind of thing I want to do. I do get out in public. That's where I met Len. I was on the spring fling, walking around in Mavis, handing flyers and stickers out to people. I did the 4th of July parade in Millville. I walked before it started because, you know, it's a captive audience. And I handed out flyers. I gave stickers and candy, and the parade eventually caught up to me. But I did the spring the Renaissance and the Farmers Market, Winterfest for my products as well. There we go. All right, so I just had my 1-year anniversary, and of course, you know, like any good business owner and / teacher retired, you reflect. And upon reflection, I did some tweaking. I do have 1,500 followers already on Facebook, and I'm told that that's pretty decent. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, and I have a website. I just rolled out videograms, so now I'm also teetering in YouTube as well, because that's where I upload for my platform. And I'm morphing my character cartoon that's not really me to a actual photo. This one's just kind of a practice one, but a photo of me in a costume that's getting cartoonized. So that's going to be my new logo. I'm going to kind of flip that in. And then I am going to roll out a Cup of Joy caddy. So when I come and do a singogram, it's another gift that I can offer along with it. Who doesn't want a cup of coffee or Starbucks or boba tea? So the frustrations that make me roar. I am everything for everybody at every moment of the day. and it's hard to narrow and get all of that taken care of. Also keeping up with the posts, I get into that, posting and trying to be active on Facebook, but then you get into that swallowed up by Facebook. Y'all shaking your heads, yes. You know exactly what I mean. Pricing, I want it to be, especially my singograms, I want them to be for everybody. I want them to be able to be affordable, because I'd rather be busy and do more singing than not. I don't want to do that. But the pricing on my treat arrangements and the gift baskets, I'm definitely struggling with. I build products. I put them on my Facebook for a ready now kind of page, and they go bad because nobody buys them. So I have that problem. And then I do these great things, send in the soup gift basket, where you're going to deliver a soup to somebody that just needs a pick-me-up. I started it back in the winter, and I had 30, 40 people like, that's an amazing idea. I can't wait to order. Not a single dang order did I get. So what am I doing wrong? So the obstacles and struggles that I would like to talk to you guys about and ask for your help is my pricing. How do I find that value in myself and make sure that I am getting what I'm worth, but then also being able to have people afford it? Getting the word out. I mean, I have 1,500 followers, but certainly not all of those are people that hire me, but are potential to hire me. And I want more people to follow me, though, because honestly, I just love that they can laugh for free. I hand them a business card. I'm like, you want to laugh for free? Follow me on Facebook. You will laugh your butt off. Trust me, you guys will laugh your butt off. Anyway, it's a good way to lose weight. Anyway, also, what else can I do for introducing new products? So am I doing something wrong? How else can I roll that out? I'm kind of holding off on that cup of joy caddy because I want to see what you guys have so I can kind of figure out what else is next. And then what am I missing? I was an educator for 26 years. Business world. I taught career education for a whole year, which inspired myself to be an entrepreneur. Look at that. But they are not I am missing something. It's not a level playing field at all. Help me to grow, please. What can I do differently? What can I do more? How can I focus myself?
All right, who wants to kick it off?
Oh, no, it's the microphone in there, too. Hi.
Cover. First of all, how far are you willing to travel to bring someone joy or a group of people joy, first of all? Okay. Because that's all going to go into your pricing.
Right. So for singograms, I am centrally located kind of 2 miles from Walmart in Bloomsburg. So Bloomsburg is my home base. It is a $30 singogram. So I feel like I'm kind of priced right in there. And as I travel outward, I charge more. So Berwick is 40, Danville's 35, Millville's 35, Shamokin's 40. So as we're going out, I have gone as far as Williamsport, which was 70, and Exeter, which was 90.
So basically about a 40-minute drive is about your cutoff, do you think? If
No.
Will you go, what would you say is the furthest that you would travel to deliver?
Money talks.
Well, girl, it sure does.
If that's the only thing I have to do that day, I'll travel whatever I need to do. But the further, I have a system where my square, I put in my $30 singogram, but then I put it in my Waze and I calculate how many minutes it'll take me to get there, and that's the additional fee that I charge for that.
Gotcha. So that was my question for your pricing, like how you're going to figure out the pricing for distance, first of all. So let's pretend, I mean, I'm a little different than everybody else sitting here.
Same.
Just a bit different. But anyways, so let's just say we had a really crappy, what's today, Wednesday? You want to get us over hump day. What would you sing to us?
Huh. Let's see.
And I got $30. So.
I sing Happy Birthday. I have over 20 different costumes. So I have sexy lady red, sexy lady blonde, and a sexy dude too. So don't feel ashamed. They're just t-shirts that spray on body. Don't judge. Of course, a mullet and some wigs. But anyway, for something like that, right, that came to mind, I would probably come in and dance to, what was that song? The first thing that came to mind, the hump, the hump. The hump, the hump. So like literally I'd be walking around and I have a Bluetooth speaker and I could be like dancing to that, which somebody just last week hired me. It's on Facebook, so if you're following me on Facebook, check it out. I danced to the NSYNC song, Ba 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 Ba, right? And it was somebody that came from Louisiana to do training in their building, and they were sending her off with a never forget me kind of memory. So I showed up, and what costume did I have on that day? May have been Mavis. No, I think it was the rooster. I have a rooster. And so I showed up and I just danced with my Bluetooth on, and it was rocking and stupid, silly, and she laughed and it was perfect. So like just upbeat, fun songs. I'd like to sing more originals and be able to chime in. I do retirement songs with Kokomo, different things. But I get nervous. I can't imagine how you guys would think I'd get nervous, but then I forget words. So when I'm doing videograms, I can do 20,000 takes. So I can do a little more original, and that also helps with the distance that you
I was
going to
say the costumes probably take away from the fact that you forget the words, so they're not even going to know anyways.
I just kind of do a chime in kind of thing, so yeah.
So you have a very niche business, right? I mean, I don't literally know anybody else that's doing anything like this. You can bring joy to a sad world, you know.
That's the hopes.
And I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm just thinking nursing homes could use you.
When
you know,
they're elf costumes, I did Christmas at nursing homes.
You can,
and
I'm sorry. That's
a turkey
okay.
costume.
No, it's
Yeah,
really.
get the cue.
Well,
So,
first off,
yeah.
Jody, it is so nice to see you again. And coming, somebody who is of Columbia County and somebody that belongs to the Millville School
Millville.
District. Yes. Represent.
Yeah, represent.
And to your point, you know, I think that it's so, I wouldn't say easy, but less of a challenge maybe to engage with folks that are looking for joy or that are already in a situation where joy is to be found. Birthdays, anniversaries, things of that nature. But like joy is so relevant in terms of sadness. And I wanted to know if you had a strategy, because you're bringing joy and smiles, right? But sometimes you need to bring those joys and smiles in situations where it's harder, right, for folks,
absolutely.
right? And I just wanted to know a little bit about your strategy for doing that.
Ooh, that's a good one. So,
Sorry.
So of course there are people that wouldn't quite feel welcomed by a sexy lady showing up at their workplace. But there are people that want to hire me to bring joy to them, but embarrass them. That's really not my place of business, but at this point I can't say no, that's not what I want to do. So when I approach somebody that's like, oh crap, what is happening here? Well, I try to make the best of the situation. I kind of keep it brief, and I mean, sexy lady does some fun flirting, so does sexy dude. All harmless, of course. And just, no one's ever called me because they're having a bad day, but I would love that. So I think stupid dancing, and I am clearly don't care if I embarrass myself, because this is how God made me. He made me perfect, and here I am. I am spreading joy, and it's God-led. So that's the best I can answer right now until I find a situation. I honestly just feel it of what I'm supposed to do and say. I mean, I've had over 26 years, I've had hundreds of occasions where my students weren't in the best of mood, and I feel like that's something that I can handle when I get there. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Thanks.
So it feels like you're straddling two worlds. You're straddling Singagram, and I looked at your website quite extensively before, and you have a lot of products there as well. So it's almost like you're straddling a product world and a Singagram world, and you got some stuff going bad. So what I would suggest you do is give some of that stuff away. Hey, come out, go to Facebook. I'm giving away, whatever it is. If you're gonna throw it away, let's give it away, and maybe get 20 or 30 people to, reach out and say, hey, I'm willing to win that. That'll give you 19 leads for those other folks. It kind of help you identify who your customers are.
Right.
Also consider, have you found anybody locally? There's a gentleman who does these lawn decorations. So if it's your birthday, he'll come in the middle of the night and he'll do your lawn up. So I would suggest try to find some local people like that and partner with them and tell them that I'm willing to offer your service if you're willing to offer my service and get a cut of those. I mean, if you can get 15% of their lawn and maybe they send a lead to you and you give them 15%, I mean, this will just be a great way to do synergy. I have the pricing I think is way too low. That's just my gut feeling. I have a lot of experience with pricing. I would tell you if you underprice things, people will undervalue things. Free things aren't good. What I would rather see you do is maybe charge $60 for a Singagram and make it very clear that if you're elderly or if you're in a nursing home or if you have special needs, we are highly incentivized to discount. You know what I mean? I would consider raising the price. The other thing too is if you charge $60, you have to do one versus doing two at 30 a piece.
What if I only do one in a week?
Yeah. I mean, the
Which
point.
the last couple of weeks I've only done one or two, and
Right.
so I feel like that. My mission is really to get it out there,
To do
and I'm
more.
giving it out for free because I'm
Right.
posted on Facebook, and I have
Right.
people that are like, I have people like it is what wakes me up in the
Sure.
morning and gets me going for the day, and it didn't cost them a dang penny.
I will tell you, listen, 1 million cups, I've been attending 1 million cups from the beginning, and every single presenter here always has a passion and wants to do good. I've never seen that. Everybody I've ever seen here, they always want to do good. That's one thing that kind of unifies the people who present at 1 million cups. What I will tell you is you will get burnt out. You will only do it for so long. You have to be, fairly compensated. I understand the
Right.
goal, but you can only do it for so long. And just be real open to discounting. If that's something you would want to do.
Yeah, and I haven't discounted because pretty much my price is discounted already. So so people like a discount, whatever.
Yeah, I agree with the pricing thing, and I would also consider instead of just adding like $5, think about what the travel rate is. My wife gets paid for travel for her business, and I think it was 58 cents. It might be different a mile. So I would consider looking at that as well, a rate like that, because you have wear and tear on your car. It's not just your time. And then in terms of product, the videos, I think you're productizing your value there. So maybe having some standard videos. You can add to the video if someone buys it or customize it, something like that. But having standard videos that people could just buy, you create it once and sell it multiple times. I think that's a product that you should look at, how to productize that. And then with your other products, what are you looking, other than that coffee basket or tray?
Oh, the cup of joy.
Yeah, what
caddy.
else?
Well, I do treat arrangement. So in whatever kind of container, I build treats around it. I also do specialty gift baskets. So
Okay.
those are my my two main ones. Yeah.
Okay. We had a candy maker present, I think it was last month, maybe partnering with someone like that and co-branding or co-promoting, that might be helpful.
Okay.
Hi, I have a few thoughts that I'm just gonna try to get out. First of all, 26 years as a school teacher. Thank you for your service. Seriously, wow.
Well, look at what it did to me.
Wow, I think I dodged a bullet. No, I'm kidding. No, but seriously, like that informs what you're doing, obviously. And because I heard a little bit of like, oh, you're a school teacher, so you don't know business. I don't know about that, because you're in business because of all of your experiences and making people happy. So, so anyway, related to that, the students who remember you, who see you, are you working with them to get leads?
Well, it's elementary school. One.
Well, but
So they don't
but
have any
26
cash
years
except
ago,
I steal their lunch money.
26
but-
years ago, they're like in
Yeah.
their 30s now.
Right. Actually, I have done birthday parties of their children.
Okay. But I just because they know your work.
Right. They know my work. I actually still go into my school during holidays, or my fellow teachers hire me, and then I go in and
Okay.
sing to teachers or whoever. Many school districts won't let me in, so that's out. Apparently they think I know. I'm like, I have
happens.
my clearances, but this is my favorite line. They said, we don't want to start something that everybody's going to want to do. I go, well, if you have a retired teacher that, started a business like this, but anyway, yeah, so I do work, most of them are on Facebook with me,
Right.
and so then they followed me on Joy and Smiles. So
That's reputation, that's testimonials,
Right.
but you've got those.
right. And I'm born and raised in Bloomsburg, and everybody
Right.
knows me. I thought everybody knew me, but not.
And then just thinking about it is, have you thought about, like for big events or corporate events, sometimes they have some sort of, to rally people up, kind of like they do before a talk show. Or
I would love
to
to.
get the crowd going.
Yeah.
You could look into that, and you could charge premium for that.
Hey, I did Cinco de Mayo Day at Playa Cancun. So that was a fun, in my taco costume. But
Yeah.
I would love to get more into businesses, and I belong to the chamber, and I showed up to the chamber big event for the holiday in an elf costume. You'd think I'd turn some heads, not a single anything. They must have been like, they know me. They're like, oh, but
It's her again.
And that's why I feel like of course, every business is your highs and lows, but I feel like I've pulled all the tricks out of what I know, and that's what how do I get into the businesses and, that kind of thing.
So somebody speak to that?
Just real quick, I was here last year, and I started a nonprofit for cancer survivors. So I can see the synergy. So if you're interested, I would love to work with you.
Perfect.
Because we deal with cancer survivors, and it's to Ray's point, we need that joy.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
We start here.
Yeah.
We need that. And so the podcasting is starting next week, and we're going to be doing inspirational things, and we're going to be doing hopeful things. And so it would be great.
Let's get
It'd
together.
be wonderful to have you on the show.
Sure. Oh, sure.
And to get some synergy there, so we can work
let's
together.
definitely hook
Thank
up.
you.
And yeah, this is real. This is normal, my normal energy, and this is it. Well, no, sometimes I wear a rooster, and sometimes I wear a hot dog. So Hi.
Hi. Right, exactly. So great work, by the way.
Thank you.
Incredible. When you walked in, I was like completely smiling and laughing, so it definitely works.
Great.
I was thinking, based on like the feedback that I've heard so far, like thematic things. Like I know you do birthdays, but then you were mentioning you have a lot of product that's not moving on the website. I took a look at your website, and you do have a lot of different things, which are actually really cool, but maybe you could recategorize them a little bit differently. Say, for example, like when you go to buy like a bouquet of flowers for someone who's sick, like when I was sick, I got flowers. So, and they have a little note on them or what have you, but maybe for like the soups and stuff, it could be, I don't know if it's silly, but maybe around like flu season or maybe around Christmas time when people are like more warm and fuzzy and like cinnamon and that sort of stuff. So maybe if you kind of arrange them where it's the categories are a little bit easier to understand from the consumer perspective. Like this is the birthday category, this is the anniversary category, this is like the sick person or wellness one or something like that. It could be a little bit easier to sort of figure out how to interact with you or how to kind of get you involved with someone.
Okay.
And then also at that same thing, it could be like add on a singogram for like you're buying this gift basket, then add on a singogram for that day. And then the person can kind of contact you through there. So that's an idea.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
And one thing, if you don't mind me saying, given your years in education, please do not, and I have my colleagues here obviously to hold me back if that be the case, but please don't ever discount your experience as an educator as it regards small business, because there is a lot of things that you can bring as an educator to a small business owner. There are, for example, things that are difficult to comprehend for students, right? You as an educator have that experience to bring that forth, you know, and you can take that as a small business owner to the folks that you are looking to engage with. Okay, there is a lot that you bring from your experience, from what you've done over the 26 years that you have taught, you know, especially in a situation in the Millville School District that you can relay to other folks, right? And it's not so easy. And it's not so, what's the right way of putting it? Like, there are situations where people come from a certain scenario or a certain perspective or a certain upbringing that they just feel that they might not have the chances or the opportunities that other folks have. But folks like you, over your 26 years, have been able to enhance their possibilities, all right? And because you are so focused on joy and smiles, I think that's kind of a locus as to why you do what you do. So for what it's worth, I think that makes you just all the more successful small business owner, if you don't mind me saying.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It was, what can I do for everyone? That's why I retired, so, yeah.
Oh, it's the last one? Sorry, everyone. I just wanted to say, don't discount yourself. Do you know your value? I have to disagree with the fellas that are like, oh, change your pricing. No, know your value and do not, that's my own opinion. Because when you discount it, the people that are seeking you or that don't know you exist and they find you, they don't know your true value. You know, don't sell yourself short. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Or who wants this? I don't know where it goes.
No, we're out of time. Yeah. So, thank you all. Big round of applause for doing it.
I don't know what to do with this.